You know that feeling when you finish a great book or a challenging course? There's that moment of satisfaction, but then the big question hits you. Okay, what now? Well, today we're going to explore a powerful final message that answers that exact question. We're looking at the conclusion of a guide that was about so much more than just web development. It's truly about a beginning. We're going to break down that incredible shift from just learning a skill to truly becoming a creator, and how that very transformation is your launchpad for everything that comes next.
First things first, let's just take a moment to acknowledge what this means. You have completed a journey, and that is no small thing. It's easy to get excited and start something new, right? But to see it all the way through to the end, that takes persistence. It takes dedication. It takes a real commitment to your own growth. You've done the hard work that, frankly, a lot of people don't finish. So seriously, pat yourself on the back. That accomplishment is the solid ground you're standing on now, and it's from here that the real transformation can truly begin.
So after all that effort, what did you actually walk away with? Well, it wasn't just a handful of random facts or code snippets. No, you have assembled a complete blueprint. Think about that. A concrete, practical set of plans and skills you can use to build, to create, and to innovate in the digital world. This isn't theoretical stuff. This is the tangible toolkit you now have at your disposal.
And just look at how comprehensive this blueprint is. It's the whole shebang. It kicks off with the absolute fundamentals, not just how to build a page, but what a website truly is at its core. From there, you've layered on some seriously cutting-edge knowledge, like how to use AI to completely transform the design and development process. You got your hands dirty building front-end layouts, and then, and this is huge, you learned how to take those creations and deploy them globally for the whole world to see. You even figured out how to inject intelligence into your work with things like AI chatbots and automation. But maybe the most crucial part? You have a roadmap, a real plan to go from beginner to advanced, and this is the game changer, how to actually build income streams from these incredible new skills. It's a full, end-to-end plan for success.
Okay, but beyond all the technical tools, beyond the code, something way more profound was happening under the surface. This entire journey has rewired the way you think. You've made a fundamental shift from being just a passive consumer of technology to becoming an active architect. You don't just see a finished website anymore, do you? You see the structure behind it, the logic, the potential. You've literally learned how to think like a creator. This quote right here really gets to the heart of it all. We live in a time where everyone is talking about AI, sometimes with a lot of fear about it replacing people. But you've learned a much more powerful and, I think, a much more accurate truth. AI is an absolutely incredible tool, but it's just that, a tool, an assistant. Your mind, your creativity, your unique vision, that is the master force. You are the one in control. And now you know how to command this powerful assistant to bring your own ideas to life.
And this idea that you are the master brings us to an even deeper point. See, if you thought this journey was only about learning to type code into a computer, you've only seen one piece of the puzzle. The real goal here was never just about building websites. It was about building a new version of you.
Of course, the foundation of it all was forging that new and powerful skill set. These are the practical, in-demand abilities that are going to serve as your essential tools. They're what you'll use to build your projects, to build your portfolio, and to build your career in today's digital-first economy.
But let's be honest, skills by themselves aren't quite enough, are they? So the next layer was all about developing your confidence. It's one thing to know how to do something in theory. It's another thing entirely to have that inner self-assurance to tackle a brand new challenge, to try something you've never done before, and to truly believe that you can build whatever you set your mind to. That confidence, that's the fuel for your creativity. And ultimately, when you combine those powerful skills with that rock-solid confidence, you unlock the most important outcome of all. You get the power to actively shape and build your own future. You're no longer just a passenger, reacting to whatever changes come your way. You now have the ability to steer, to shape your career, your financial reality, and the impact you want to have on the world.
So let's just put this all together because this list shows a complete transformation. It's a progression. You see how it works? You start with the practical skills. Those skills, once you've practiced them, build your inner confidence. That confidence then unlocks your ability to shape your future. And a big part of that future is, of course, your earning power. It all culminates in the ultimate expression of a creator, the ability to build tangible things in the world, tools, businesses, solutions that actually solve real problems for real people.
So, as a result of this whole process, you've gone through 3 fundamental and I'd say irreversible transformations. These aren't just new habits you've picked up, these are entirely new ways of seeing and operating in the world. Let's break down exactly who you've become.
The very first transformation is all about how you see the digital world around you.
You are now a digital thinker. Just let that sink in for a second. The vast majority of people use the internet every single day as passive consumers, with almost no idea what's happening behind the screen. But you're different now. You've pulled back the curtain. You understand the architecture, the languages, the logic that makes it all tick. That perspective is a massive, massive advantage in pretty much any field you can imagine.
The second transformation completely reshapes your relationship with what is arguably the most powerful technology of our time.
You have become an AI-empowered creator. This means you don't fear AI, you leverage it. You see it for what it is, not a threat, but a collaborative partner. Think of it as your co-pilot for coding, your brainstorming partner for new designs, your tireless assistant for tedious tasks. This ability to work with AI, not against it, is one of the single most valuable skills you can have for the next decade and beyond. And the third transformation, this one is about honing a skill that is universal, it's timeless, and it's absolutely critical in every single aspect of your life. You are now a practical problem solver. And honestly, this might be the most important change of all. Building a website, or any big project for that matter, can seem impossibly overwhelming at the start. But you've learned the secret. You learned how to deconstruct that complexity. You learned how to take a giant, scary challenge and break it down into small, logical, manageable steps. This skill, the ability to look at a big problem and see a series of small solutions, that's a superpower. And it applies far beyond coding to every single challenge you'll ever face. So, as we start to wrap this up, let's completely reframe this moment. This isn't the finish line. This is not the end credits rolling. Not at all. This is the starting line of a race you are now fully equipped to win. This is your launch pad. Every single thing you've learned, every bug you've fixed, every challenge you've overcome, it has all been preparation for right now.
What you have in your possession now is so much more than an idea or some theory. You are holding a tangible blueprint. You've got the plan, you've got the tools, and you've got the creator's mindset, and that combination has the genuine potential to profoundly change the direction of your career and your life. The power is literally in your hands.
And so, we lead you with that one essential question, a question that only you can answer. You have the knowledge, you have the tools, you have the mindset. The blueprint is yours. The future is unwritten, so go forward and build. This is it, the conclusion of the book Coaching Website Development by Mr. Zahir Ahmed Mir. We've been on this incredible journey together, and now we're at the final chapter. But you know, this isn't really an ending. It's more like a graduation. It's the beginning of something new and exciting for you. Today, we're going to talk about your transformation, your new identity, and most importantly, what you're going to do next. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with who you are now. After everything you've learned, after all the skills you've acquired, you are now what we can call a future-ready professional. Think about that for a second. That's a powerful statement. It means the abilities you have aren't just relevant for today, they're specifically designed for tomorrow's digital world. You know, with AI and technology changing everything so fast, a lot of people are worried about their jobs. But you've positioned yourself perfectly. The skill of being able to build, to create, to manage digital spaces, that's not just a nice to have anymore. It's becoming a fundamental, core skill for success in the new economy. You are officially ahead of the curve. And it goes even deeper than that. Beyond just being ready for the future, you've undergone a fundamental change in your identity. You are now a confident builder. This is probably the biggest shift of all. Before, you were likely a consumer of technology. You used apps, you browsed websites, you watched content, and that's fine. But now you're on the other side of the screen. You have the power to create something real, something functional, right from your own imagination. All it takes is your idea, your effort, and the tools you now know how to use. That confidence, that ability to look at a blank screen and say, I can build something here, that is your new superpower.
So, if you're this future-ready, confident builder, what kind of world are you actually walking into? Well, we are living in what's being called the age of creators. And this isn't just a catchy phrase. It signals a massive shift in where value comes from, in our world. And the best part? You are perfectly positioned to be a key player in this new digital landscape. Your role is no longer on the sidelines. It's right in the center of the action.
The central message, the big idea you need to hold on to is this: the future belongs to builders. It's that simple. If you think about past eras, maybe they were defined by the big industrialists who built factories, or the financiers who moved capital. Well, today's economy, and tomorrow's, is being built on a foundation of code, of data, and of digital experiences. Every single app you use, every new platform that changes the world, every innovative solution to a problem, it all starts with a builder. Someone like you, sitting down to create something new.
This is the new frontier, and you're one of its pioneers. Let's really break this down. In the digital world, there are essentially two roles you can play. On one side, you have consumers. These are the passive participants. They scroll, they watch, they click, they consume. On the other side, you have creators. These are the active shapers of our digital future. They are the ones who are actually building the platforms, creating the tools, and designing the experiences that consumers use. In this new AI era, all the real growth, all the big opportunities, they're flowing to the creators. You have officially crossed the bridge from being a consumer to becoming a creator. You're no longer just playing the game. You're helping to build the entire stadium.
Okay, so this creator thing sounds pretty good, right? But what does it actually mean for you, like right now? What can you do with this new identity? Well, let's talk about what the book calls your builder's superpowers. And listen, these aren't some far-off dreams for 10 years from now. These are real, tangible things you are capable of achieving today. This is your new toolkit.
Let's walk through these because this is where it gets really exciting. First up, you can build websites for clients. This is the most direct path to monetizing your skill. Businesses everywhere need a digital presence, and you can provide that. But why stop there? You can start your own digital business, maybe an e-commerce store, a blog, a service-based platform. The possibilities are endless. Feeling ambitious? You can create AI-powered apps. You can tap into the most cutting-edge technology and build something truly innovative. But your impact doesn't have to be just about business. You can teach others. You can pass on this incredible knowledge and empower the next wave of builders. And what does all this lead to? You can generate multiple income streams, giving you financial freedom and security. You can contribute to your nation, strengthening its digital economy and global competitiveness. And when you add all of that up, what are you really doing? You are actively helping to shape the digital future. That's the ultimate superpower.
All right, feeling inspired? I hope so. But inspiration without a plan? Well, it's just a nice feeling. To make it real, you need a plan, and that's exactly what we have next. We're going to shift from the why to the how. This is the action roadmap. It's a clear, simple, step-by-step guide for what to do next. This is how you take all of that potential energy and turn it into real-world momentum. Ready to get practical?
Here it is, 5 clear steps. Step 1, build your portfolio. Use the exercises you've already done. This is your proof. It shows people you don't just know the theory, you can actually do the work. Step 2, complete a signature project. This is your passion project. Pick something that genuinely inspires you. This showcases not just your skill, but your creativity and your unique voice. Step 3, launch your freelancer profile. Get on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr. Let the world know you're here and you're open for business. You have to make your skills visible. Step 4, teach someone younger than you. This is so important. When you teach something, you learn it on a much deeper level. You're not just sharing knowledge, you're multiplying it and reinforcing it for yourself. And finally, step 5, stay connected with the learning community. Technology does not stand still. Your growth has to be a daily habit. Stay curious, keep learning, and lean on the community for support.
As we get ready to wrap this up, there is one final and maybe the most crucial concept we need to talk about, and that's the difference between potential and power. See, everything you've done so far, all the studying, all the practice, has been about building up your potential. You've filled your mind with valuable knowledge. But potential on its own doesn't actually change anything. It's just stored energy. The final critical step is turning that knowledge into real, tangible action. And this quote from the book says it all. Knowledge is potential. Action is power. I want you to really let that sink in. Think of knowledge like a brand new, fully charged battery. It's holding an incredible amount of potential energy. It's ready to go. But if it just sits on a shelf, it does nothing. It's useless. Action is the moment you connect that battery to a device. Action is what unleashes all that stored energy and turns it into light, into movement, into sound. Action is what makes your knowledge real and impactful in the world.
Now, hearing all this might feel a little overwhelming. Shape the future, start a business? It sounds huge, but here's the secret. It doesn't start with some giant leap. It doesn't start with building an empire tomorrow. It all begins with your very next, very small decision. The decision to open up your laptop and just work on your portfolio for 30 minutes. The decision to brainstorm one simple idea for your signature project. The decision to just create that freelancer profile, even if it's not perfect yet. That one single small decision, that's the spark. That's the moment you connect the battery. That's where it all begins.
And so, we come full circle. We're back to you. The book is finished. The learning phase is complete. A brand new chapter of your life is starting, right now, with a completely blank page in front of you. You have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have the potential. The only question left is the one right here on the screen. What will you build?
We've been deep in the weeds, right? We've been talking about the how, the code, the tools, the strategies. But today is different. We're going to focus on the single most important element for your success. It's the one thing that all those technical skills totally depend on, your mindset. And before we dive into that final, powerful message, I just want to ask for a quick favor, a personal request. If this series has brought you any value, if it's helped you even a little bit on your path, please take just a second to subscribe to the channel, give this explainer a like, and maybe share it with a friend who's on this journey too. Your support, honestly, is what lets us keep creating this content and growing this community. It really does make all the difference, so thank you for that. Okay, let's begin. All right, we're starting right where we need to, at the absolute foundation for your success. And look, this isn't about JavaScript libraries or SEO or design frameworks. No, this goes way deeper. This is all about the core beliefs that your coach, Mr. Mir, really insists you need to lock into your mind before you even think about writing another line of code. Because let's be real, without this foundation, even the most amazing website is just built on shaky ground. These are the truths you've got to carry with you every single day. The first belief, it's so simple, but it's probably the most powerful one of all. You are capable. Just let that sink in for a second. That's not a suggestion, it's not a hope, it's a fact. You might be thinking, yeah, but capable of what? You're capable of learning this stuff. You're capable of solving really tough problems. You are absolutely capable of building something valuable, something that helps people. I mean, the proof is right here. The very fact that you've made it to the end of this series, that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. You have the ability right now to do what you set out to do. Second, and this is a big one, you are creative. And please don't just brush this off and think, oh, that's for artists or designers. No way. Creativity in our world, in the world of development, is all about problem solving. Every single time you figure out how to make a menu more intuitive for a user, every time you find that clever, elegant solution to a bug that's been driving you crazy, every time you think of a better way to phrase something on a client's homepage, that is creativity in action. It's that spark of ingenuity, and trust me, you've got it. And this one is completely non-negotiable. You are intelligent. The world of web development, let's be honest, it's complex. It's filled with new languages, technologies that are always changing, and some really abstract ideas. The fact that you have followed the series, that you've engaged with all this material, it proves that you can absorb and process this kind of information. Your intelligence isn't measured by some old test score. It's measured by your ability to learn, to adapt, and to master new skills. Never, ever let yourself doubt that. And this right here, this brings it all home. See, it's not just about what you can do. It's about the fact that you are genuinely needed. Just think for a second about the millions of small businesses, entrepreneurs, artists, and creators out there who desperately need to get their message out to the world. They need people just like you, people with the skills that you're developing right now. Your work has a real purpose. And so the big takeaway here is this: you already have everything you need to succeed. You've got the capability, the creativity, the intelligence, and now the knowledge from this book. All the ingredients are right there. So, now that we've built that solid foundation, let's build on it. We have firmly established who you are. Now let's shift our focus from who you are to what you can do. There is an incredibly powerful activation switch for all of this potential we've just talked about, and it all comes down to the immense power of one single moment in time, today. This right here, this is absolutely critical. So many of us are dragging around these heavy chains from our past, right? We let things define us that have zero power over our future. Just look at the left side here. Your age, it does not matter. I don't care if you're 18 and you feel like you don't have enough experience, or if you're 58 and you feel like it's too late to start. That number is totally irrelevant. Your background doesn't matter if you didn't go to some fancy university or come from a tech family. Your past, every mistake you've ever made, every project that failed, those are just lessons, my friend. They are not life sentences. The book makes this incredibly liberating point. None of that stuff matters for your future. The only thing with real power, the only thing that actually shapes what happens next, is the decision you make today. The decision to learn, the decision to build, the decision to just start. That one choice, it changes everything. And this slide just captures that shift from potential to reality so perfectly. Imagine a master carpenter's workshop. The walls are just lined with the absolute finest tools: saws, hammers, drills, everything. This book, this entire series, has filled your workshop with those very tools. But you know what? Tools, no matter how amazing they are completely useless until a craftsman actually picks them up and uses them. It's time for your hands to start building. You are no longer just a student of this craft, you are now the architect of your own future. It's time to take that blueprint we've been working on and start laying the foundation, brick by brick. Okay, so with that sense of empowerment, with the tools firmly in your hand, and the understanding that today is the day, let's shift gears and look forward. The most successful people in any field, from athletes to CEOs, they all have one thing in common. They have a crystal clear vision of what their success looks like. So this next part is all about making your potential feel tangible, making it feel real and incredibly exciting. Let's create a powerful vision for your future. I really want to invite you to do this next exercise with me. It's surprisingly powerful. So if it's safe for you to do so right now, just find a comfortable spot. Take a slow, deep breath in and let it all out. Let's just take a moment to actually visualize what your success looks and feels like. Go ahead and close your eyes. First, I want you to picture a website, one that you built. See the colors, the layout, the logo. Now, imagine a local business owner, maybe someone from your town, looking at their sales numbers, and they're smiling because of the work you did. Just feel that connection. Now let's shift. Imagine a smart chatbot that you designed. It's working 24/7, tirelessly helping customers find answers, making someone's business run smoother, even while you're asleep. Picture that seamless, helpful interaction. Okay, now I want you to hear the voice of a happy client. Maybe it's a phone call or you're reading an email, but you can feel the genuine gratitude in their words. They're saying, "Thank you, you really solved our problem." Let that amazing feeling of accomplishment just wash over you. Now, feel that deep sense of pride as you look at your own bank account. See the income there that you earned, not from some job, but from your own skills, your own dedication, your own hard work. And finally, I want you to experience the profound feeling of freedom, a future where your time is your own. You decide what projects you take on. You decide when you work and where you work from. You are in complete control of your life's direction. Just stay with that feeling for a moment. Okay, you can slowly open your eyes now, but hold on to that vision, hold on to that feeling, because what you just experienced in your mind, that wasn't some fantasy or a silly daydream. This is real. All around the world, right this very second, people are living this reality. People who started in the exact same place you are right now. And because it's real for other people, it is absolutely 100% possible for you. I know that little voice of doubt might try to creep in and say, yeah, but not for me. You have to reject that voice. The path has been laid out, the tools are in your hands, the opportunity is right here, right now. This is possible. And this is the most important part of all. That vision you just created, that wasn't someone else's story you were just watching. That was a sneak peek of your potential. This is your path to claim, your journey to walk, and your future to build. It's just waiting for you to take that first courageous step. Which brings us to our final, powerful message from the book. We've journeyed all the way from the basics of code to the highest peaks of your own potential. And now, here it is, the last words from your coach. This is that final piece of inspiration, the ultimate call to action to carry with you as you finally move from learning to building your new future. Let's really let these final words from your coach sink in. Read them with me. Every expert was once a beginner. Every master was once afraid. Just stop and think about that for a second. Every single person you look up to in this industry started with a blank screen, probably filled with doubt and fear. But the difference, the secret ingredient, is right in the next line. But they did not stop, and neither will you. That's the commitment you make to yourself. Build bravely, especially when you feel that fear. Build consistently, especially on the days you don't feel motivated. And build with faith, faith in yourself and faith in the process. Because your future, it isn't some distant dream. It's a real destination, and it's waiting for you to arrive. And so, we end our entire series not with a statement, but with a question that demands an answer not in words, but in action. We've established that you're capable, that you're needed, that you have a vision and you have the tools. Everything is now in place. Your future awaits.